benefits of calm, yoga, meditation, breathing, and physical exercise. Good morning, beautiful people. I'm coming to you live from vacation. Couldn't leave you stranded on Memorial Day. So today we're going to talk about meditation, exercise, physical health. I'm just getting ready here, so hold on. So where I've got you on hold here, you might try doing the same thing I'm doing and get yourself set up. Get a yoga mat, get some AirPods, earbuds, put on some good binary beats or meditation music, something that works for you. And we'll get started here shortly. So I am listening to a 528 HZ, 528 hertz frequency, positive energy. Do you hear the confirmation from my husband? HZ, does that mean hertz? Could be have Zen, right? You know, hey. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. This is what I'm listening to. It's just on Spotify. Positive energy. Just really great to start your day with. And I'm just going to use one earbud today. So I've got my yoga mat out here. And just so y'all know, I'm not like a professional. When it comes to yoga, I'm not an instructor, I'm not certified, I'm not a guru. I do love yoga, but I do a really basic stretching yoga. So that's what we're going to start with today. And again, after the yoga, I'm going to lead us into some meditation, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about how important it is to stay. We always talk, this show is about mental health, and we're always talking about mental health and how to stay healthy in our mind. And so I wanted to just let you guys know how important it was that we couple that with the physical part of it too. And these techniques, the yoga, the meditation, we'll talk a little bit about breathing and about deprivation floats and things like that. Those are all things that you can do that really help to relax you in stressful situations and stressful times of panic. Resources that you can have that will help you cope with whatever situation that you're in. So I'm going to just spend the next 5 to 7 minutes just kind of stretching and doing some yoga poses, and I will try to explain them as best as I can. And if I don't explain them correctly, please do not hold me to the fire for that. Again, like I said, I'm not a professional or certified yogi. I am just someone who really enjoys some of the benefits that beginner yoga has to offer. So join with me. And again, happy Memorial Day. Thanks for joining me live from my vacation. I'm just doing stretches. This is my left leg. I've got my sole of my foot to the inner part of my right knee, and I will switch legs and do that. Usually hold for anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds, and I'm breathing deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. posture, shoulders rolled back, hips rolled into the ground. You want to feel like you're sitting in your core. And we're just going to rotate our head. My neck already cracked. Rotating counterclockwise right now. I have my hands placed on my shins, my feet together, soles touching each other. I'm just rolling my neck around counterclockwise 3 to 5 times. And then I'm going to switch directions. Rotate clockwise. Wonderful stretch there. Now we're going to go down, lean forward. Our forehead to our feet, then our soles are touching together. And you can modify any of these positions, any of these stretches if you need to modify for medical reasons or your body just doesn't move like that. Completely fine. Put both legs out again. Stretch forward. Bend your toes back this time. Excuse me. 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Some of these stretches too, just because each time that you do them, you can actually get more length in your hamstrings and within your body and your muscles. For those of you that are just listening and not watching the video here, hopefully you're getting enough content. But remember, there's lots of stuff on YouTube that you can Google that will walk you through. Actually have a couple resources I'd like to leave you, a couple of friends. If you've ever heard of lively.com. I apologize, it's early in the morning, I'm so sorry. Lively.com, you can go on there and join Melanie Wassman. She is the wife of Kaleo Wassman, who is the frontman for Pepper, the band Pepper, if you're familiar. And Melanie hosts a yoga session, which is absolutely amazing. It's a small fee, and you just pay the fee and you can join her class. I also have another friend. His name is OG. He is the percussionist for the band Slightly Stupid, and he also does yoga as well. And I know that there are a few places that he offers his classes. I'm just not sure exactly where right off the top of my head. So I will make sure that I leave those resources at the end of the video, or if you're catching this on Spotify and you need those resources, you can always leave me a comment. I will try to see if I can upload those somehow. I'm still new at all this, so thank you for bearing with me and thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here. So this stretch, we're going to put our right foot into the inner part of our knee. And we're going to take our right hand and we're going to place it palm down, and we're just going to lean into it, and you're going to feel this stretch on the inner part of your thigh up through your back. So as we lean into that, we're going to bring our arm up, and I don't know if I'm out of the frame, hopefully not. And we'll just bring that over. Down, all nice fluid strokes. And then we can roll down onto our arm, same up. And then do the switch. Same thing on the left side. So we lean into that. And over. Remember, I'm live, so excuse the cars in the background. Down on my arm. Lower stretch. And back up. Okay, now we're going to get on all four. And if you guys are familiar with this one, this is cat and cow, and I'm sure I'm going to look absolutely excellent doing this. Okay. So, your cow is where your head goes up. I think I got that wrong. Maybe that's cat. Cow is down. For those of you professionals, stop laughing. Yes, cat and cow. So here we go. Deep breath in, and then you're going to extend your hips forward, extend your back up. Tuck your head in. More. From this position, you're just going to stand up into a downward dog. I'm just going to walk my hands forward, standing position. I know I'm out of the frame and all you're getting is my legs now. We have some standing poses. If you're familiar with how to do warrior pose, that is what I'm going to go into now. So I don't fall over. Foot forward. Put your arm behind you and lean into that knee. Back. And we're going to switch sides. And again, you guys could modify or try a different pose, learn some new techniques. Again, check out my friends on Lively. And I'm going to go back to sitting pose here. All right, you guys, so those of you who have just been listening, I'm sure it's been kind of boring without the video. So let's talk a little bit about the benefits of things like yoga and meditation. They're stress relievers, right? Absolutely. And also, they help to lower our heart rate. They help for us to focus on our breathing. I know probably many of you have some type of smartphone, smartwatch, smart device that you get that gives you some tracking information, either a pedometer for your steps or counter for calories. I happen to have a Fitbit, and I'm sure the iWatch and several others of the little smartwatches will do this too, but it has a breathing app on there. I think the Calm has one on my smartphone too, where you can actually just tune in to your, here, let me get this open. And it's called Relax on my Fitbit, and it's just a little heart. And it says, relax, begin a 2-minute breathing session. These are really helpful if you find yourself in very stressful situation. You've got this right here on your wrist to start decompressing. Um, and you just go ahead and you just push the little button and it says be still and take 2 deep breaths. So we're just going to go ahead and go right into this 2-minute meditation. Now have you close your eyes for the next 2 minutes. I want you to take deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's begin. Great job. 2 minutes done. Now we're, according to my watch, in alignment. Again, if you have a device that you're using, it'll probably give you a heart rate. So it looks like I went from 91 to 78, which was really nice, bringing your heart rate down again. Wonderful use. There's lots of information out there on the internet, lots of classes in your area, I would assume. And if not, again, there are those resources online, but whether you go in person or online, meditation, yoga, any of these, even just hitting the gym, the exercise, there's a gym right across from us here. We're actually out at the pool area. But any type of exercise you do, it actually releases those endorphins too, which helps to make us a little bit happier as well. So getting that exercise, getting that physical exercise, and doing those, using those tools like this, like yoga and meditation, to help you relax in stressful situations. You will find that coupled with the mental part, the tools that we'll talk about over the next 10 to 12 weeks, will again help you be your best self. Okay, wonderful. So let's talk a little bit about, wow, hello, hi, somebody honked. Let's talk a little bit about deprivation tanks, or the floats, the saltwater floats. If any of you had any information on those, I have my husband here with me, and I know that he's done one, so I'm going to ask him a couple of questions. What's it like when you go inside these tanks?
Definitely a very freeing experience, very restful. Best way to put it.
Can you tell my listeners or viewers, what's it like? Is it like a pod?
So yeah, it's like a pod. If you're claustrophobic, it may not be 100% for you, but it's not that bad.
If you don't do well in confined spaces, yeah.
But it's probably maybe a total of a foot of salt water.
So you're looking at like about a foot of salt water.
Yeah, and the way the water is that you don't sink, you don't touch the bottom unless you willfully try to push yourself in. So
it's almost like you're floating in like a jello-y substance.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Yeah, so, or like a memory foam mattress where you just kind of lay and you don't move.
Oh yeah.
So, okay. So you get into this pod, and you walk into the water, and you just sit down, you lay down, and you do like a starfish float where your arms and legs are.
No, because you don't really have that much room to put your arms out. You just
Uh-huh.
keep your arms by your side and you just relax. And surprisingly, you don't really move all that much in there. Once you're in there
Mm-hmm.
and you're breathing, you close your eyes. You don't even have to hold your head up. You just literally relax, let your muscles melt, and you just float there.
And you just float.
Yeah,
So
it's-
these pods are filled with 12 inches of water, and you go inside these pods, and they close over top of you. And that's why we say that if you're not, if you don't do well in confined spaces, then this may not be something you want to try, because it could be a trauma trigger for you. So, just if you know that you would be okay in a situation like this, please take a moment to look and see if there are any of these tanks, flotation tanks in your area that you could utilize. I know we got ours on Groupon, so if you have Groupon in your area, you might check there first, because they happen to be a little bit, well, it's all relative to income and expense, but they run anywhere from $60 to $100 per float, and the float's about 60 minutes, correct?
60 minutes, yeah.
60 to 90 minutes. So there you go, there's a little price. But these are really helpful, because what I've learned about these, just from my husband's use and from a little research, is that with this 60 minutes floating in this substance, you do have, the pod does close over top of you, and it is completely dark in there, so you are floating in this foot of water in the darkness. But that 60 minutes is equivalent to 8 hours of sleep. So we all know that sleep affects us in so many different ways, and that our body without sleep, well, let's just put it this way, just like our care for our teeth, when we don't floss and brush our teeth, and when we don't sleep well, it affects our overall health. It affects the way our food digests. It affects the way our muscles react. We're tense. We don't, our muscles are tight. So there's lots of benefits to doing all of these things together. So if you're doing, like, even 3 to 5 times a week, you're doing yoga, or you're going to the gym, or you're walking, or you're running, or you're lifting, or whatever it may be that you're doing, that coupled with maybe a once a week deprivation float, maybe daily meditation, maybe if it's just 2 to 5 minutes on your smart device, or at your desk on your lunch break, after work if you're self-employed, on the tour bus if you're out on the road, just lots of different things that we can do. So I just wanted to talk about all the benefits of physical health and meditation and yoga, and really calm, relaxing techniques that could help you be your best self and help you combat stress and everyday life stressors. So thanks for joining me today. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I want to keep it just around 30 minutes today, so we're getting pretty close. But thank you so much for joining me, and we're just going to take our last few minutes to do a few more stretches and a little bit more meditation. Thank you so much for joining me and tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful Memorial Day. Remember today, if you're here in the United States, to remember and honor our soldiers and those who have lost their lives fighting for our freedom. We are the land of the free and the home of the brave. I love America. God bless.